Springtime is almost here. And with springtime comes a whole bunch of things you can do in preparation for the next hunting season. And with springtime is the perfect time to frost seed switchgrass, clover, and prepare some areas for the upcoming hunting season. What is frost seeding? Frost seeding is simply the process of using the freeze-thaw cycle in the soils to pull the seed into the soil so that it saves you the work of doing tilling or trying to drill the seed into the soil. It's a great way to create screening areas and some food plots as well. Some of the hardest things that you're going to face though with frost seeding is going to be competing with the grasses and the yearly weeds that are going to come up as well. But the idea is you're going to start off with a clean slate. You want to pick areas that are open where you can get good seed to soil contact, and with the freeze thaws that are going to be coming up here in the next month or so, that should pull the seed down into the soil, and then when temperatures get warm enough, that seed will germinate. If you have not prepared areas for food plots and or switchgrass, now's a good time to really plan for next spring. So as you're going to go to your properties, what I like to suggest is if you pick an area that you want to screen, use this season to spray and prepare that area for screening or seeding frost seeding switchgrass in next season or next spring rather. And by the preparation that you're going to do this year throughout the spring and the summer by spraying, that's going to give you a huge jump start come next spring. If you don't want to wait till next spring, if you can find an area that has some open soil, or if you're even able to get some equipment such as like a lawnmower or trimmer with a blower, you can clear out some of the debris in the grasses or the weeds by mowing it and then blowing it all off to one side. And you can frost seed on top of that. What that'll do is that'll break up how thick the layer of vegetation is on top of the soil, and that will open it up. That way at least you can get your seed down onto the soil. And then you're going to follow up with your herbicide treatments after that. You're going to want to do a pre-emergent, and then before any of that switchgrass seed germinates, you want to then spray anything that's going to be coming up that's green, some early grasses or weeds that are going to germinate earlier than the switchgrass. You want to knock those back as well. The last thing that I'm probably going to suggest to be getting done this spring is go over your access on your property. If you can think back to this past hunting season, there was a day or certain hunts where you spooked deer. Kind of go over those hunts, evaluate why that was, and then evaluate your access. Are you accessing your property in the right direction? Are you actually accessing it with consideration to the wind direction? Are you accessing it using the terrain features or habitat features for screening? Are you using ravines to get the stands, or using edges that are so thick, like autumnal edges with honeysuckle and stuff like that, where it's so thick that deer won't be in there? Are you going to use those for access routes as well? You want to evaluate that, and then you want to make any corrections this year. And right now is the perfect time to do it. On one property, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going in, I'm going to be cutting in a completely different access route. I'm also going to go in and I'm going to do a lot of taking care of vines and poison ivy that's kind of taking over a lot of the trees and the foliage and kind of killing that stuff. So I'm gonna try to knock that back before that greens up as well. This is the perfect time of the year to do that. So we're just getting started, even though the season from 2021 to 2022 has ended. Now is the time to get started for the 22-23 hunting season. Hope everybody has a wonderful spring, getting ready to do habitat chores and things like that. And if you're also like me, I'm going to be out getting ready for some turkey hunts as well.